Estamos aquí con los chicos de Capital Cities. Hi guys, welcome.
Thank you.
Hello.
How are you?
Is it the first time you play in Spain?
No, this is actually our second time in Spain. We played the DCode festival last year, and we played a place called Razzmatazz in Barcelona last year as well. So this is our second time.
Les he preguntado si es su primera vez en España. Me han contestado que ya han tocado antes en el DCode y también han tocado en Barcelona en la sala Razzmatazz. So it's your second time in DCode. Do you feel like the venue has changed much, or is it pretty much the same as it was before?
I did recognize that they changed the position of the smaller stage. Last year we were on the smaller stage, and I recall that it was actually kind of angled in a different way. Now they've repositioned. I think they've improved the grounds a little bit. I'm very excited about seeing all the bands. It's a really good lineup.
Les he preguntado si encuentran que ha habido algún cambio en el festival desde que tocaron el año pasado. Me han dicho que sí, que ven que los escenarios están mejor posicionados y tienen muchísimas ganas de tocar al resto de los grupos esta noche. Well, how about we ask some questions to our Google Plus users?
Sure.
Should we
Vamos
put
a
our
conectar-
headphones on?
Yeah, headphones on. Vamos a conectar con los usuarios de Google Plus.
Alrighty.
Hola.
Hola.
Hola, buenas.
Hola.
Hola.
¿Qué tal?
Hola, muy bien, estupendamente.
Empezamos
Bien.
empezamos con Javi.
Vale. Vale, yo tengo una preguntita. Sé que ellos en directo, o sea, me fastidia mucho no poder estar allí y verles hoy. Y ellos en directo sé que hacen unas versiones muy buenas. Entonces era a ver si qué tienen más o menos preparado hoy para versiones y si algún día las van a meter en disco, porque son una barbaridad.
Right, so Javi says he is gutted that he can't be here to see you guys play tonight. He says that you guys play some amazing covers live, and he's wondering what covers you'll be playing, if you'll be playing any, and if you were thinking of putting them into a record.
Well, yes, we are definitely going to be playing a lot of covers tonight. I think we're going to be playing "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees, "Breathe" by Pink Floyd, and "Holiday" by Madonna. And as far as putting those in a CD, I'm not sure that we're going to actually put it on a CD.
Hey Ryan, I think there's something on your face here. What is this? Oh,
Is that a
sorry.
mole?
Oh, sorry. I thought you had this
Oh.
crazy wart growing out of the side of your face.
I actually thought that about her when I first saw her. I was
Yeah,
like, whoa.
It's a microphone.
Yeah.
Right, so los chicos dicen que van a tocar Staying Alive de los Bee Gees esta noche. You're going to be playing, what was the other one?
"Breathe" by Pink Floyd,
Breathe de Pink Floyd.
"Holiday" de Madonna.
Yeah. You can do it yourself.
¿Y qué más? Son todos. Tres, ¿cómo se dice cover en español?
Versiones.
Versiones, tres versiones esta noche. Pero no vamos a ponerlos en un disco, yo creo.
Muchas gracias.
Sí.
You don't even have to translate.
Ah, ¿no? Easy.
Siguiente pregunta.
Dale.
Sí. Pues quería también saber un poquito cómo... ¿Qué tal qué diferencia notan cuando están, por ejemplo, en Los Ángeles, que ellos componiendo, que son 2, y en directo creo que son 5 personas o más? ¿Cómo cambia la dinámica de grupo un poco?
So Javi basically wants to know, when you guys are in the studio in LA, it's probably just the both of you. He wants to know how the dynamic changes once you're on tour and on stage, and it's 5 of you on stage. Does it change much?
It only changes because in one situation we're sitting down, and in another situation we're standing up and jumping around and sweating and interacting with a crowd. Otherwise, I think it's the same because we enjoy the music that we write and record and also perform equally, in both contexts. Yeah, I think. Oh, also the other thing is that in the studio, although it's mostly me and Ryan working, we do work with other musicians all the time. They're coming in and recording all over the album as well. I'm glad you mentioned the other musicians. We've got Spencer Ludwig on trumpet. So a trumpet is a key part of our sound. We've got Nick Merwin, he does a bunch of guitars on the album. Manny Quintero on bass. We've got Channing Holmes on the drums. Yeah, so.
I'm going to translate it.
Sure.
Dicen que no cambia demasiado la dinámica, que cuando están en el estudio, están sentados, Y cuando están en directo, pues están todos ahí saltando y bailando. Entonces lo único que dicen que cambia es eso, que constantemente cuando están en el estudio colaboran con otros artistas y que se alegra mucho tener la compañía del resto de la banda cuando están en el escenario. Next question, siguiente pregunta. Hola, hello.
¿Te queda alguna o hago yo?
Haz tú alguna, yo les pregunto luego algo, mismamente.
Vale, yo quería preguntarles que qué tal es la escena musical en Los Ángeles ahora mismo.
¿Puedes repetir la pregunta, por favor?
Que qué tal es la escena musical en Los Ángeles ahora mismo.
So she wants to know, how would you describe the music scene in LA at the moment?
Well, there are a lot of really good bands coming out of Los Angeles right now. There's a band called Fits and the Tantrums that's really good. Another band called AWOL Nation. So I think there's a lot of, in the US, there's a lot of bands from LA that are kind of blowing up and getting really big right now. So it's a very good music scene, but Cebu and I are we kind of live in our own little bubbles. So we're not necessarily friends with a bunch of different bands, and I don't feel like we're a part of a scene. We kind of just do our own thing. So.
I think that always happens when you're working on a record, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You kind of like get into your bubble. You don't really know what's happening.
We're a little bit disconnected in some way, but we've met a lot of these bands as we've toured this summer, and met them in other cities, not in Los Angeles, but have that connection with them. So.
Dicen que la escena musical en Los Ángeles está muy bien ahora mismo. Hay muchísimas bandas que viven ahí, que son chicos de ahí, que están petando. Y que normalmente cuando ellos están en el estudio de grabación o cuando están por ahí no tienen mucho tiempo de interactuar con otras bandas porque están encerrados trabajando y centrándose en lo suyo, pero que cuando han estado de gira pues se han encontrado con todas estas bandas. Algunas de ellas son, and you will have to remind me of these names,
AWOL Nation,
AWOL Nation,
Fits and the Tantrums, and Foster the Peoples from LA, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're already big, So,
Siguiente pregunta.
Yo tengo la curiosidad he visto hace poco pues los vídeos que tienen, la estética del álbum y demás, y también sabía que en directo, pues por ejemplo el año pasado se vestían un poquito como de uniforme o tal. ¿De dónde les sale toda esta estética que manejan?
They're wondering, usually like in your albums you have a certain aesthetic or you go towards a certain thing, so it was uniforms recently. He says, how do you find these aesthetics for each album or for each project you're in? Where do these ideas come from, or where does this inspiration come from?
The inspiration comes from the heart. When we sit down to write the songs and program the beats, we do have kind of this focus, this direction. We want to make danceable music. We want to make good, fat, electronic drum beats that you can dance to, but we also want to write a beautiful song over it as well that you can, if you wanted to, strip down and just play on an acoustic guitar. So the idea is good songs, but put in the context of a fun, danceable, memorable production that also has interesting sounds, new sounds that hasn't really been done before, and we're trying to create this picture. We try to incorporate all kinds of influences and inspirations, as long as we enjoy what we're creating, we're just gonna keep doing it.
You just agree on an outfit then? You're like, what should we do now?
Yeah, well, the outfit, at least we just got tour jackets that we all wear every night at the shows. It's easy to do that way.
Okay, I'm going to translate. Dicen que normalmente se centran en la música, que la inspiración viene del corazón y que ellos intentan hacer música bailable, pero a la vez que tú puedas deconstruir esa canción y tocarla con la guitarra y que siga siendo una canción bonita y que siga siendo una canción que puedas sentir con el corazón. Luego el tema de los uniformes, se ponen de acuerdo con unas chaquetas, se tienen todos la misma chaqueta y ya salen al escenario con las chaquetas.